ensure that in actually review some of these things? Now the man again when concerned, is it going to increase levies? Is it going to increase taxes? Have there been complaints like that, and have you been able to address it?
Yes, that has been fear. Most people are not sure. And there's a lot of politics there, but I think what we need to go is the facts and the truth behind it. The truth is that at the beginning, people started nurturing fear that by the time they tell somebody want to demolish his or her shop to rebuild it, they will say, government, that the kind of image that the previous government has created has made people not to trust some certain things the government may be doing. But we have to start dealing with that kind of level of low trust and start seeing how to build up to people to still build that trust and also make sure that people have confidence in what, because we need to start doing something. So what we did is this: to make it to be less cumbersome, we have to assure them that they will regain their shops or offices back, and we have demonstrated it. Now, the first phase of the project, we have demonstrated it. We have built and handed over back to them their offices without paying a dime. So when we did it, people doesn't believe it because they couldn't understand you can build a new shop and give somebody back without paying a dime. And that has been the system that we have used to reduce a lot of challenges and hit up in the whole process. Because by the time, and which is not being obtained in everywhere, when government wanted to build, they don't deal with the old people again. They will reallocate to different people. There's no place government will build a shop and dash you. It's only in Nnewi that we have done that. Every shops, every business outlet, especially market, is built by an individual accredited contractor being allocated by the government. And the system that they normally use to do anything market is build, operate, and transfer. You have to come as a private individual to invest. You operate. That operate meaning that you recover your investment and also transfer to the government because government owns the market. You don't have the right to say I own this market. So you have to build, operate, and transfer. That is the normal standard procedure and protocol that they normally use to do anything market. Not only in Anambra, elsewhere. We have people in Lagos. There's no place government will come and build a shop for you and start giving you a shop. But for Nnewi, because of the kind of environment and the way we think here, we don't want to take it so hard on our people. That is why we are putting on ourselves that we have to still build and give back. That's what I'm trying to say. So that is actually what we have done so far. But even upon that, we still see people trying to twist, criticize, and also say their normal, genuine feelings. Because everybody must have feelings. No matter how right we do some certain things, there will be some genuine feelings on that. And we also welcome that. We don't have problem. That's why I said I don't want to join any political thing in there. We are so focused and we want to concentrate on what we are doing. Because at the end of it, we must have our scorecard to show to the neighborhood. That is where we are. Thank you.
Let's digress a bit to sanitation. You have set up some initiatives to clean up the city. Why was sanitation a project for you, and what have you done so far?
Well, if you reside in Nnewi, you understood what we have done a lot when it comes to waste management, and also we are dealing with our environment. Because when you talk about waste management, it's all about waste. It's all about environment. We need a more friendly environment. We need a more habitable environment, which we are coming up with a lot of programs on environment, which may not go down well with a lot of people, because in every society there are some certain people that are benefiting from any irregularity that's happening in that particular society. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So it does not really matter. What matters is where we are today and where we're going and how far we have gone, and the feedback from the majority. Do you understand? Now, on environment, like the other day, one of our stakeholders, Chief Dr. Cletus Ibeto, donated 10 tricycle. Apart from every other support has been given to this particular government in nnewinorth, they have donated 10 tricycle. What are the reasons of those 10 tricycles? There are so many places that the big truck, the big compactor that we have already could not be able to access, so that they can be able to access it, because we discovered that people are putting some waste inside the gutter. Just what I'm trying to say. When they have waste, because of the distance they might have from the dumping site, because we have a dump site, we have a lot of things that we have created to make sure that waste management in nnewinorth is being managed properly. So those recycle has been allocated to 4 quarters in Nnewi to help in managing those less accessible area, so that they can be able to we can be able to incorporate them in what we are doing in terms of waste management in nnewinorth. So is what we have done in nnewinorth in waste management is something that people can be able to feel, because anything we are doing without people having the feel of it, we have done nothing. We have done nothing. But it doesn't exclude its own challenges too. We are still having challenges toward that direction. Yeah? Both logistics, there is nothing you can do. Even in Western country, there's always challenges, especially as governance. You always have to deal with a lot of challenges, which that is governance. When they are coming up, we deal with it. Coming up, we deal with it to make sure that we get to where we are trying to go to.
Let's talk about your growing up. What was it like? Did you know you get into politics or local government chairman?
Well, naturally, I'm a businessman. After my high education, I obtained degree in business management from Anambra State University. Though I did diploma, University of Jos, but I school at Okom Memorial Grammar School, my secondary school. And after that, I'm a businessman. So I have business philosophy. I think like a businessman. And that is why I have to look at this government and governance. How is it benefiting the name? Very, very important. It's not just about you come to work and go, you come to work and go and mark time. No, there must be some benefits. So you have to use that business philosophy while approaching the governance. There must be a benefit. I will have to look at what does an average man benefit in those things. It will not benefit anything, it's not worth doing. So I'm a pure businessman. I have my business going. Even as I'm talking to you, I have my business going on, and I just see politics as a passion, the hunger, the willingness, the desire to contribute. Because I grew up here, I never lived here. After my school, even the university, my university days, I still stayed in Nnewi here. I study at Anambrapolitics. Yes, I'm a proper Nnewi. So I have the fears, the ugly fears about how it goes, the horse, you know. So, and that was what inspired me to say, man, God, give me the opportunity to contribute my quota in developing or making Nnewi a better place. I can serve. So I'm here to serve. And by the time I finish my services, I will also go back to my business. Because even while I'm serving, I make sure that my business is active so that I have where to fall in. I don't want to take the politics as a business. Because to me, it's never a business. It's just a platform for you to come and serve. Well, I'm into telecommunication.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm into telecommunication. Yeah, well, I think I'm all people come. Everybody knows me. Everybody knows where my shop is. Everybody knows what I do before the mayor. It's never been a contest.
So, you Memorial High School. How did I support Hanenyepagi as an old boy?
Yes,
Around. What was your nickname when you were in secondary school? Did you have?
No, it's after my Sunday school. When I want to enter into business, I started answering Echezona. From there, when my university days, Echezona, they call me, because I'm a home guy, I'm a home guy. I'm not, like as I said, I'm a home breed. So from there, I have to direct my business name from there too. So I think that's how it is.
What born are you in your family? How many children household do you come from?
Well, I'm the last issue of my mom.
Your parents are still alive?
Yeah, my mom is still alive.
Did she ever think that you'll ever be the local government chairman?
That would be for her now. You should have to go and ask her now. That is not for me too.
Okay, let's get back to the job. Projects. You've done a lot of projects. Off the back of your head, give me the first 10 you're very proud of.
Well, we have done numerous projects in nnewinorth. I think when I marked my 14 months in office, I think we have done no less than 29 projects. I think 20 something completed and other ones ongoing. We have done, there are the people that the ones that are not too big, there's a very, very big project in there. So, and I think when it comes to the project, this is my 12 months achievements, see it here. 12-month achievement. This is just for 1 year in office, yes. And as you can see, we have a lot of projects that we have done so far, which is also verifiable. Because you cannot write something that is not verifiable and be showing to the Nnewi. And we are careful because of the kind of political environment we are. We have also, we started with construction of Opata Bridge at Umudim. So in terms of security, we have done so much to make sure that Nnewi is safe. We have donated some patrol vehicle to nnewinorth security architecture. We have donated over 20 sewing machines for skill acquisition training program for the Nnewi, particularly one of the school where I school, primary school, Emmanuel Church, Sunday School. We donated some sewing machine there for them for skill acquisition. We have also empowered the youth. We gave them the grant that worth over 10 million naira last year, which we're also going to do for this one, this year too. We also construct, there's one portion of art sports at Ebumenem at St. Paul, as is, which we have constructed. We also construct some drainage control system at Nnewi. We also run Operator Zero Portal in major roads in Nnewi. That motor pass, that first one, construct them, which is Luis Odumejuku Plaza. We construct the drainage system with cover at Airfline. We have a massive drainage and road construction at Airfline. You must have seen it too. We also acquire some brand new vehicle for waste management in nnewinorth, which you must see some of the compactors. And recently we acquired almost 2 big vehicles. This old truck to help in lifting the waste in nnewinorth. We construct catchment pits in some strategic places, this dumping pits for waste, because some places is very far for some people, so we have to take it closer to them. Then we also, through the collaboration with the state government, also the one we have done for ourselves, we distributed seedlings and fertilizers to farmers across the nnewinorth. We also construct other open shops and lock-up shops for the fish seller in Abuego market at Abuego.
Oh, because of the time we want?
Yeah?
No,
not even that side. At Abuego, that place they're selling all this odigo.
Okay.
There's what we constructed there for the fish people and all these people that are selling just petty things. We also construct hall. There's a market hall we also construct there. We put my public toilets. We have done that. We also, also we construct our legislative complex here. Yes, the one that is here. We constructed it and made it to be a modern legislative complex. We also equipped it with the modern equipments you find in every standard legislative council, which our own is even more one of the best in the state now. We also install solar street lights on most of the strategic places in Nnewi, even at that Opaka. So and so on and so forth. Yes, we have done so. I'm talking about 1 year achievement, and we have compiling the ones we have done so far within this second year, which is still be unveiled, not yet. But it's because of the way you asked, so that we have done so well, because we are very intentional about making a difference. Because at the end of it, we must definitely show our scorecard. That is my scorecard for 1 year scorecard, 12 months. I will have my second year, and I will definitely put all these things together, so that by the time I leave this office, I'll beat my chest and say, I contributed my own quota. Thank you so much.
I know you've done so well for Nnewi. Thank you very much. But is there any project like something that if an investor gives you $100 million, what's the first thing in your head you want to do for Nnewi?
Well, the two major problems in Nnewi is steel roads and power. Nnewi people is a very industrial people. They don't need you to come and start giving them food, unlike what you find in other parts of the country. All they need is just social amenities. All they need is to have access to some basic amenities. That's what Nnewi person needs. It doesn't even need much from you. Not just like every other places, the government will be worried about how to even provide food for them. Some they are cooking food for them. It's not that kind of local government. So, but with the way we are expanding and opening up the government for people to embrace it, I think we are heading towards that direction. Before 1 year, 2 years from now, a lot of things will change in Nnewinorth.
I like this projection of 1 year, 2 years. I don't know if I should ask you about that. But let me ask you about social media and criticism. Because they wanted to rip you apart on social media. people for and people against. So what was your biggest criticism that you faced on social media?
Well, I wouldn't say, because it depends on your mindset. I'm prepared, because I knew that as long as you are holding a public office, it might definitely welcome a lot of criticism. It may be positive, it may be negative. And for me, I'm not bad. I don't feel bad. In fact, sometimes those criticisms always even let me understand and knows the challenges people are facing. That on a good day, I'm not supposed to have known it, stay in this office. So I don't feel bad. If I feel bad, you would have noticed it from me. I have to accept it as that is part of the government, that is part of governance. So I welcome it. I don't have a problem with that.
So you have a particular criticism that you said,
No.
I wish people would just knew the truth behind this thing. They wouldn't have been making complaints.
No, you know why?
Why?
You know why? For every policy, somebody is benefiting and someone is losing. Just what I'm trying to say. So you have to also consider both sides. So you don't say because you are benefiting or because you are losing, the person doesn't know what he's saying or doesn't know what he's doing. You don't feel that way. And I can never feel that way. So like as I said, I don't have problem with every Nnewi man that air his view, whether is it for or against. I don't have problem with that.
Okay. What is one uncomfortable truth you think Nnewi people should hear?
Well,
Is your way, man? I'm like
Well, the only thing I have to say is this. There is an old order in Nnewi that we have to deal with. There is an old order in Nnewi that we have to deal with.
What is that order?
The old order may be the philosophy, the ideology. We have to wake up. We have to start running to catch up, because other people that have been trying to catch us have always moved ahead of us. So we have to. If there's any sacrifice we have to put together, put up there to make sure that we make Nnewi a smart city, a livable city, a livable environment, not only for us, but for our children. So that old order has become a very big problem and challenge. People have to think differently. The way they see things, the way they do their business, the way they do their building, the way they do every virtual thing they do in Nnewi must be start thinking toward different direction. Yes, toward direction. Cannot be building. You want to build something, you don't want to give space from the road. You come to the gutter to build on top of the gutter because you want land. No, very big problem for the Nnewi. The philosophy of you will move from Lagos, from Abuja, you see how wide the roads that are there. You like it. Then when you come back here, you will start knowing the value of the land. You will now be telling somebody that 12 feet is okay. Whereby the one that you are using there is more than 40 feet or 50 feet, like I said. So that philosophy of giving attached value to where it doesn't, you worth nothing. We have to start thinking differently about not only for us, but our future children.
Speaking about future children, and as a young person yourself, how do you see the future of the young people in Nnewi in the next 10, 15, 20 years? As a young person growing up in Nnewi, can you feel that person to hang on to?
Yes, where we are today and where we are driving at, we are collaborating with a lot of agencies. We are working closely with Nnewi. We are working closely with the youth bodies of Nnewi. We are working closely with the market leaders, with churches, everywhere, to sell this philosophy of a better Nnewi tomorrow. And a Nnewi where our children can be able to live and thrive. That is the kind of society we are building. So we have already started it today, because we know that tomorrow is coming, and we want tomorrow to be a better tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And 2030, what's your vision? What do you see Nnewi looking like?
Well, to me, Nnewi will be a smart city, especially with the kind of governor we have in Anambra State. The governor is very intentional about Nnewi, and he wants Nnewi to be a better place. Thank you so much.
Now, finally, I have two questions for you actually, but second to the last question, who are the captains of industries in the Nnewi? You mentioned Chief Dr. Clayton Sibito. I understand Nnewi were a lot of billionaires. So who are the captains who have actually helped make this governance easier for you?
Well, if captains of industry in Nnewi, there are many now. Nnewi is just an industrial hub. We have more than 100 industrialists in Nnewi. So I wouldn't start mentioning them one after the other. Just what I'm trying to say. So, and where I mentioned Dr. Clayton Sibito is based on his level of assistance towards his government. It's not all about the industrialist, being an industrialist, but everybody knows him as an industrialist, just like every other person. So I wouldn't want to start mentioning more than 2,000 names. Thank you.
So when you're not working, how do you unwind? What do you do outside the office?
If you want to know what I do, follow me to my house, man. I know what I do, because from my office I go to my house. I don't think there's any other thing I'm called for to do.
Okay, what are your final words to the people you're talking
I want to tell the Nnewi that I love them, that I will continue giving my best to make Nnewi a better place, and also I'm expecting their prayers and their support. They should also continue praying for us, praying for Nnewi, so that God will always take control and help us to do our best. Thank you.